Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title of today's video, today I'm going to be talking about the Multitasker Concealer from Rimmel London. It's not necessarily a super new product, but it's newer. And I personally haven't seen anybody really talking about this concealer on YouTube, so at least nobody that's my skin tone, so I thought that I should be the one to talk about it. So yeah, let's get right into it. So I'm just going to pull up the stats. Oh, good morning. My laptop is waking up. I'm just gonna pull up the stats about the concealer to read to you guys. Also, do you guys love this dinosaur? I think it's so cute. I got it at Canadian Tire. It's like a little lamp. It is my favorite thing in the whole world. I love it.
Shut up, bro.
A little bit about this concealer. The Multitasker Concealer covers up blemishes, brightens dark circles, and covers to even out skin tone. The supersized soft touch wand with built-in product reservoir lets you add precise full coverage wherever you need it. The buildable high pigment makeup formula glides on and blends into skin perfectly to create a brighter looking, smooth, even canvas. The color corrector lasts all day, so you can say bye-bye to breakouts, discoloration, redness, pigmentation, acne scars, and visible pores. We'll see about that. It is a lightweight concealer that helps cover up imperfections. It's non-greasy, it doesn't smudge, cake, or flake. We will also see about that. Supersized soft touch wand allows for precise application. It delivers 24 hours of hydration effect. It is crease proof, transfer proof, and waterproof. I'm not going to be testing any of those except for crease proof because naturally I got a lot of little lines under my eyes, so we will see how it deals with that. How to apply: use fingertips or a concealer brush. Lightly tap and blend out the formula for a seamless finish. Dust a finishing powder over the concealer to lock it in. Okay, so I am looking on Rimmel's website and it looks like they only have 10 shades, which is not great. Okay, I think any type of complexion product, especially one that is claiming to be like full coverage, there should be more than 10 shades, you know? Just my thoughts. The shade that I have today is 070 Honey, so this is the 7th out of the 10 concealers, which is not bad, but that means that there's only 3 shades darker than this, which is not good. So, you know, I would say immediately one con would probably be the shade range, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not seeing the price on Rimmel's website. I'm seeing at Shoppers Drug Mart, it is $10.99. At Walmart, it's $9.99. So there you go. That's like your average price range. But yeah, so in today's video, I'm just going to be applying it onto my dark circles, and we're just gonna wear it throughout the day and see how it looks, see if anything crazy happens, see if it is crease proof, sweat proof. I will be sweating. I'm going to be building some furniture from IKEA today, so sweat will be happening. So I guess that is a pretty good test. But yeah, so let's go ahead and we can get started with the actual application. All right, so right now you can see that my dark circles are popping. I feel like on camera they actually don't look that bad, but in real life, just trust me, I have dark circles, okay? I do. So what I normally do is I apply a color corrector under any concealer that I use. And what I use for color corrector is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, specifically in the shade Warm Sand, because you can even tell in the bottle, it has like a really nice orangey undertone. So it works as a more subtle color corrector rather than using like bright orange under my eyes. What I'm gonna do today is on one eye, I'll be using a color corrector, and on the other eye, I'll just be using the concealer by itself. So that way we can see how the formula layers on top of other products, as well as how it breaks down. So let's go ahead and apply some color corrector. Let's say I'm gonna do it on my right eye, okay? So let's just remember the side with Mr. Dinosaur, okay? That is the side with color corrector. Actually, before I apply that color corrector, let me give you guys a different angle of my dark circles so you can really see how they look without any makeup on. On my face, I already have foundation and I used this color corrector around my mouth just because the shade that I got in the Rimmel concealer, it's a little too light for me to use as a color corrector, so that's why I won't be doing that. But let's just take like that much. This is pretty much how many times can I say much? This is about the amount that I put on an everyday basis under my regular concealer that I use. So before you cry out that, oh my god, that's so much color corrector, it's not, okay? It's really not. So I have my beauty blender here. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that out. And because this is my color corrector and not my actual brightening concealer, I do like to bring it pretty low on my face. Like I want to say like halfway down my cheek. I kind of like to bring it right there. Guys, my pinky is like stuck like this. Like it's literally like I can't hold my beauty blender properly. Like my pinky just wants to come up. Honestly, that is good enough for now. On camera, it looks like that is like totally full coverage. Like I don't even need another concealer on top of it. But in real life, I can definitely see while it did work to cover up the like actual darkness, it's not completely covered like in a way where I feel confident saying that it's full coverage. I hope that makes sense. So I'm just going in with a little brush from Real Techniques. This is the Deluxe Crease Brush, and I like to use this just to blend any lines that might have formed. All right, so the next thing that I have to say is I did film this video already, but there were some issues with the lighting that I simply could not overlook. So this is my second time filming this video, and what I have learned is that this concealer dries down fast. I'm going to set up my setting powder, so as soon as I'm done blending out the concealer, I can just set it right away. So the setting powder that I'm using today is the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. I have the yellowy shade. It's not like completely transparent. I'm just gonna get that set up and have it on standby so we are ready to set. So like I said, I have the shade Honey. This is what it looks like. Even in the tube, it definitely looks a little more yellow than what I'm used to. Like it's a little too yellow for my skin tone. I can already see that. We're gonna make it work. So I'm gonna do one eye at a time because like I said, this product does dry down relatively fast, at least compared to other concealers that I have tried. There is quite a bit of product that comes out on the doe foot. Like that's a lot. I don't want to use too much, so I'm just gonna do like that much. I don't think I want any more than that. They did say to use a brush. Normally I don't use a brush with my concealer, but I guess we're gonna try that today. I'm gonna use the same brush that I used before, and I guess, are you just supposed to like spread it out like this? I mean, it definitely looks full coverage just based off of like how it's spreading. I don't know, I can see the brush marks, so I'm not loving that. I think I'm gonna alternate between my sponge and a brush. But immediately off the bat, I can tell this shade is yellow, but it was the closest shade that I thought would work for me. So we are gonna make it work, sweetie. I've only been blending for like 20 seconds max and we're done. Look at that difference. That is full coverage. That is definitely full coverage. Like, look, on this side, okay, we are a struggling student who sleeps 4 or 5 hours every night, okay? That's what we have on this side, also with bad genetics. But on this side, girl, we have a student who is thriving, who gets her assignments done on time, who sleeps for more than 7 hours every night. That's really nice. I can't lie. This looks very nice. While it is more of a drier formula, like it definitely is like more of a matte concealer, I do still have to set it. I'm not gonna go in and set it super, sorry, there's like a crumble, like my beauty blender is crumbling. I'm not gonna go in with a crazy amount of powder because I don't think that this concealer needs it, but I do wanna go in with just a little bit. So I have my brush dipped in my powder and I'm just going to press it into my skin, just like that. I don't want too much. Okay, so far I really like it. I think we're looking pretty good. So like I said, on the other side, we are not going to use any color corrector. We're just gonna go in, we're going in raw, okay? As you can see, dark circles. And let's go ahead and apply. Because I don't have any color corrector on this side, I'm gonna use like a little more than I used on that side, but nothing crazy. I think that's good. I think that's a good amount. Do you agree? Do you agree with me? Is that enough? Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna do the same thing that I just did because I think it worked pretty well. I'm gonna start off with a brush and then I'll go in with my sponge after, because I feel like that really helped to give us the full coverage. And I always use my concealer to clean up my eyeshadow just a tiny bit. Boom, boom, boom. Honestly, I feel like we're looking pretty good so far. So like I said earlier, this side has color corrector, this side does not. They look pretty similar. I think they look pretty similar, but sometimes I look at myself so much, I don't actually know. I feel like my dark circles are still peeking through a little bit on this side that doesn't have color corrector. Like I feel like I can see that line right here where it's like a little gray, but we'll see. So I'm gonna give you guys a little close-up, and then when I come back, I'll have the rest of my face done. All I'm gonna do is add some setting powder, mascara, and actually fix my lip. But yeah, so I will be right back. I am back, and this is what the finished face is looking like. You will notice the foundation is coming off on my nose, and that's because I have recently just been picking at my skin like no tomorrow, which I know is very bad. I've just been having a lot of whiteheads and blackheads, and like when it comes to like a regular pimple, I can leave it alone. But when it comes to blackheads and whiteheads, like I need to get them out. My skin is traumatized, okay? In terms of the concealer, I didn't wear any lower lash mascara because I didn't want to obstruct your view when I do show you guys some close-ups. So far, it's looking decent. That's really all I can say because I did just apply this, so there's nothing super drastic to report. It definitely does look a little more dry than my concealer typically looks. My everyday concealer is the Tarte Shape Tape, and that itself is a more drier concealer, but this is like one click more dry than that, so take with that what you will. But overall, it doesn't look too bad. I am going to insert a clip right now of showing you what it looks like in natural lighting, because like I said, I do film in front of a ring light and I feel like it makes everything look way nicer than it actually does in real life. I'm gonna go about my day. Beauty gurus always say that, and I'm like, what does that mean? Like, what are you actually doing when you go about your day? For me, I have to fold some laundry, I have to help my dad build an IKEA bed, and do some reading for my classes. That's about it. But yeah, I will try to check in every hour or maybe every 2 hours, depending on if things are changing or not, we'll see. But yeah, I want to wear this for at least 5 hours. Right before I put my phone on the tripod, it said 1:30. So let's just say that the wear test is starting at 1:30. And yeah, hopefully we can get in a good couple of hours. So I will see you guys in the next check-in. Hello, I'm coming back. What? I'm back. I'm in natural lighting. I'm standing right in front of my window. I did not move. I've literally just been sitting down, taking pictures and making TikToks, and it's already been 1 hour. So it's already 2:30, and this is what we are looking like. Honestly, not too bad. I am noticing some creasing, but I know that creasing is normal to an extent. Like if your skin has creases in it, then your creases are still gonna be there. Like no concealer can erase your creases because that's literally your skin. But that being said, some concealers can make you look way worse than you did before you even put it on. So we're gonna see how that goes. So far though, there is some creasing, but like I said, it's nothing crazy, but it's also only been 1 hour. If it stays like this, I won't be too mad, but if it gets any worse than this, then we might have some problems. I will see you guys in a bit. Well, it's a bit for me, but for you, it's gonna be 2 seconds. Okay, I look a little wild right now, but that's because I was just lying down in my bed scrolling on TikTok. I had to take a break from my computer because my head was killing me. Anyways, it is almost 5 o'clock. It is 4:54 when I put my phone on this tripod, so I'm just gonna call it 5 o'clock, and this is what we are looking like right now. I don't have any issues with the concealer other than the creasing that I mentioned earlier. Usually my concealer will only start to look like this if I've been wearing it for over 8 hours or over 9-10 hours, you know? not now when it's only been about 4 hours. So that's not my favorite thing. I do think that it is still matte. I didn't touch up my face at all, and you can see like my nose is starting to get oily, like the sides of my nose, my chin, my forehead, but under my eyes is still really matte. So I think that definitely is the concealer. I don't think that has anything to do with the powder, because I use the powder everywhere else on my face and my face is looking pretty glowy. Honestly, I just don't love the creasing. It's a little bit, I was about to say frumbly, which is flaky and crumbly combined, but it's just a little bit, I think it's a little bit too dry for my personal taste. That being said, if you were to use it on your skin to like cover like an acne scar or something, or even if you found a shade that matched your skin tone and you wanted to use it as foundation, I think it could look nice like that because it is so matte. But under my eyes, I think the matteness is actually a downfall. I'm gonna try to come back in like 1.5 hours, like 2 hours. That will be the last check-in, but so far my faith has lowered just a little bit. Okay, I'll see you in the next check-in.
2 hours later.
You might hear my mom talking in the background. She's on FaceTime. If you guys also have immigrant parents, tell me why they feel like they have to yell when they're on FaceTime. Doesn't make sense to me, but anyways, it is about 7:10 p.m. I am so tired. I've had this concealer on for about 6 hours now. We're coming up on 6 hours, and my thoughts have not changed from the previous check-in, so I'm kind of just gonna reiterate what I already said. I'll include some footage right here of what my eyes currently look like. I'm not loving it. And honestly, I'm really upset about it because I started off this video with such high hopes. Like, I thought that this concealer was gonna be totally amazing. And don't get me wrong, I like it. I just don't love it like I thought I would. Creasing is normal, but this much of it and to this extent, for me, in my experience, is not normal. I'm not used to seeing like such deep creases under my eyes. I'm just not used to seeing that. So for that reason, I am gonna have to knock a few points off of this concealer, but otherwise we are looking good. Honestly, we are looking good. I haven't noticed any loss of coverage other than in the actual creases themselves. Like you can see my bare skin through the creases, which is kind of weird. If you have been blessed and your under eyes do not have a bunch of lines under them, you will love this concealer. If you have super oily skin, you will love this concealer, especially as like a spot treatment type of thing. I like this concealer. I don't love it. I don't love it. I'm sorry, Rimmel. I don't love it. If I had to give it a letter grade, I think I would probably give it B or a B minus. I don't know, because like the only thing that's bothering me about it is the creasing. The coverage is pretty okay, like it's pretty standard. Just the excessive creasing, it doesn't quite sit right with me. Okay, ooh, I got bars. I can't fully recommend it to you because I don't know what your under eyes look like. If your under eyes look anything like mine, like with all of the small tiny lines everywhere, you might not like this concealer. If it was only creasy on the side that had color corrector, then I would be a little more flexible with it, because I would say, okay, well, I guess it just doesn't layer the best, right? But it's equally creasy on both sides. So I think it's just creasy. It's not a new favorite by any means, but I don't hate it. I think in the future, I'm probably gonna try it on top of my eyeshadow primer. I use the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, and I always put a little bit of concealer on top of it because my eyelids are just as dark as my under eyes. So if I don't cover up that pigmentation at all, then my eyeshadow can look kind of off. I think I will definitely try it on my eyelids. I think it'll look really good there. In terms of under my eyes, I'm not crazy about it. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with the B rating. I think it deserves a B. Let me know in the comments if you are thinking of purchasing this concealer. If you already have, what do you think of it? Did I do anything wrong that made it look like this? I don't know. I'm thinking maybe if I try it again, I won't use any setting powder. But also, like, I barely used any today, so. And I think if I don't use any setting powder, the creases will probably be worse. So I'm not too sure what to do with that. But anyways, I digress. I've taken enough of your time already. Those were my final thoughts on the Rimmel Multitasking Concealer. Let me know in the comments also if there are any other products that you want me to try. They can be drugstore or not. Low-key, I prefer drugstore because a girl's on a budget right now. But let me know whatever products you want me to try and I will do my best to try them out for you. That is pretty much it for this video. As always, thank you so much for watching and I will see you guys next time. Bye!